Got you niggas spoiling movies. Yeah. Brandon Collins, that's me. And Justin Brown for your movie needs. Media popcorn. Woo! You haven't seen it, well, we're gonna spoil it. Spoil it in your face. That's your warning. So if you get pissed, it's all your fault.
Derek Gans, how you doing, bro?
What's happening? What's going on?
You know, we out here, we living, man. We living, brother. How you doing?
I'm okay. You know, I'm looking like Teddy P. Looking like fucking Isaac Hayes right now. But other than that, I'm doing okay.
You look like Al Green right after the grits.
I look like Al Green in the shed working on like a birdhouse for his family or something. Like it's not even like I'm making songs. I just look.
Your little nephew come out like, Uncle, ain't you gonna make some music? It's like, now it's out.
You got make me some Dick Gregory. Give me a cup of Dick Gregory and I'll think about making a track. Everybody want me to press records out here. I'm out here making birdhouses, motherfucker.
I need the ladies tracks and pimp these hoes. That's what it's all about.
Yeah. Yeah. That's cool.
So Derek, how you holding up, man? And you know, obviously we're gonna talk about the movie, but just how are you doing, man, with everything going on?
It's been I've been in my mom's crib 10 weeks. Because when it all went down, I was in LA. So I never got the chance to fly back to New York. So I went straight to my mom's house. And I just been living off 2 weeks of clothes for the last 10 weeks, just rewashing shit. And, doing a shitload of grocery shopping. But nah, man, it weighs heavy. But I wrote a lot of stuff down. You know, I did a lot of Zoom shows and a lot of FaceTiming friends. So I didn't go completely nuts. But yeah, I'm stir crazy. I think I'm getting to a level where I'm like, I got to get back to the city.
Yeah, brother.
Just to be out there. I'll be a part of I'll check out the protests and stuff like that. I just need something different.
Have you been going to a protest out there in LA?
No, because I don't peacefully. No, I'm trying to do what the Joker did. I'm trying to drive the car from the back seat and put my head out the window and hit cops on the way. Like I'm trying to throw stuff. I'm trying to get a bat. I'm trying to do the thing. I'm trying to hold the bat in front of the Arby's that's on fire. Like I want anarchy. So my mom and my aunt care too much for me, and I love my little dog. So I'm sitting there like, man, let me stay in the house and just do all this and not be quiet on Instagram and make sure I just put up a whole lot of stuff because I'm hurting. But I don't want to go out and hurt myself because I know I probably wouldn't have went peacefully. The attitude I probably got pepper sprayed.
And have you ever been pepper sprayed before?
And I hear it's bad. I mean, they put up all the things that you need to bring milk and bring milk and bring a baking soda, put the baking soda in the milk and then douse your eyes after.
Yeah. Let me tell you my mom was a postal worker when I was a kid. And I got into her bag and I accidentally pepper sprayed myself. The worst. Wow. I can still remember that. I could taste it. I could taste that shit to this very day. I can't even think about this shit. It's horrible. Horrible. Because it gets in your fucking eyes and it gets into your throat as well. It's like you can't everything. It's
oh yeah.
Yeah. And then she tried to put like milk and flour on your face.
No, she laughed at me.
Oh.
She said, that's why you don't fuck around in my bag. That's a black mama, man. She ain't give a fuck.
Yeah, that's a black lesson.
Yeah.
That's what someone posted.
That's a lesson in the black.
Got that milk and flour. We're gonna make some chicken.
Milk and flour.
How how are you feeling in regards to the movie coming out? Are you excited? Are you like kind of like, man, I wish I could be with everyone, like celebrating this, like, because this is like an incredible thing, man.
It's a mixed bag. It was the press and the promo and the stand up that we were going to do to lead up to this moment was going to be just as epic as the movie. So that kind of weighed down on.
Oh, y'all were going to go on a tour?
Yeah, we was going to do all kinds of shit to get ready for this movie drop, and all kinds of like college runs. We was going to do a Netflix thing. It was so much, but I think even with this, it's still kind of blessing in disguise because it's going to be on everybody TV at the same time. Yeah, so like a home premiere is like maybe it worked out, because it's like everybody ain't gonna be everybody looking for a movie to watch because ain't nothing new come out. Ain't been a lot of movie previews. I mean, Tracy Ellis Ross is singing songs, but her mom did that. We know what the fuck that's gonna be. Yeah. But nah. So I'm kind of excited. I'm excited because it's a comedy flick. It's a comedy dramedy, but like a Juddy. It's a good Judd Apatow flick. Like yeah. And then Pete was showing off with his acting. I was shocked that little motherfucker act the way he could act. He's a good guy. Oh. And then the way it was written, and then Bill Burr being in it, Marissa Tomei, all these New York comics. It's gonna be a good New York comedy movie. Like New York, this is good for New York right now.
That's all I like to hear. Now, especially since it's coming out, when it is, September 11th is, not too far around the corner. I think you guys will probably get another spike once September 11th comes around.
I hope so. Well, not for that reason. I hope so for the people need, they find some peace in what the message that people are trying to get across. And it was a great message. But yeah, if it spikes September 11th, I wouldn't be surprised. But I mean, it's still a sad day all around. So it's like, I mean, if it gets ratings and I get followers, yeah, but like the underlying message, like thousands of people died that day. So, but I hope it does bring some kind of peace to people that had something to do with, like firefighters all over the country should love this movie. So it should be a good thing.
What can you tell us about your character and what was it like on set with Judd Apatow, Pete, and all of them?
Well, it was pretty surreal. It was, I'm not gonna lie. Me and Pete been friends for like since he was nice. Since I was like so 27. So it's been a while. Me and him was roommates back when he was 19 and I was 29. That was some funny shit. When he was 19, I think 10 years older.
And I had you on the Comedy Outliers podcast with Pete because you were just you guys were roommates. And you were just like, I'll go to the stand with you, and like we just chopped it up at the stand.
Yeah, we did. I remember that. Yeah, wow.
Yeah, it was a
long time ago. But now, man, I'm excited. Because it was funny. It was like to the bone funny. I played the character named Zoots, and Zoots is the other bus boy. Across from Pete. Me and Pete were bus boys at this restaurant that his uncle hired him to do because he was trying to look out for him. And then me and Pete have a lot of funny scenes together because I'm like the head bus boy. So I'm kind of telling him, do this, do that, or he's coming in fish out of water into my realm. So the Zoots character is like, he's the king of the restaurant. He's the funny guy. He dances and, they fight for tips at the end of the night. And it's just a lot of funny back and forth that me and Pete have that'll be, I think, comedy gold. It's going to be comedy gold, especially now. Since ain't a lot of comedies been out, this is going to be a good one. I'm proud of what I did because it was my since Judd Apatow was directing, I was like, well, this is my Kevin Hart moment from 4-Year-Old Virgin.
Yeah, that's right.
So I was like, let me go in there and do what Kev did, but the way I can do it, so I can represent for Jersey and tall comics with goofy ass hair all over the world. So it's just it was a good time. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see, how it goes. And it's my first movie. So for it to be my first movie on Universal and with Apatow and Pete Davidson with a big cast like that, I was a little geeked. I was like, yeah, it's kind of a big deal. I can't even say this now. So it's like.
So Derek, where are you from originally, brother?
I am born in Cali, but raised in Philly, Jersey, and New York. So.
Okay.
I think I moved to Philly when I was like 2.
Okay, because when you said that your mom lives in LA, so you're by her place, but I'm just like you got a very East Coast vibe to you. That's what I was wondering. I was just like, oh, like where are you from?
Oh yeah, I was born in Cali, but my dad lived in the West, and my mom lived in Philly. So when I was 2, we went back. We was living in Cali, but we went back to Philly and lived with my grandma for a little while. So from 2 to 14 was Philly. And then my mom got a good job, and then she moved me and her to Jersey and got a house. And that's when it all started coming into play. Like I was starting to have the upper middle class bop to me at school. And the upper middle class bop comes a little bit extra confidence. And that's when I started fighting back with words. That's when the comedy started happening. So yeah, so the East Coast was like, it was my saving grace. In South Jersey, and then I moved to New York when I was 24. So, okay. Yeah.
So do you remember where you were when September 11th happened?
Yeah, I remember. When September 11th happened, my dad took me out of school to do school clothes shop. I wasn't in school that day because I was out getting fly for the rest of the week.
I like it.
So
nigga shit, love it.
Yeah, my dad was like, you ain't gotta go to school today. We gonna prepare you for the rest of the school. For the rest of school. Fuck today. We going out. So we was in Philly at the gallery buying polo shirts and Guess jeans and Timberland boots and the polo caps and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Then all of a sudden, the mall just closed. It was like, yeah, the gallery's shutting down in 5 minutes, y'all. Get in your cars and get up out. It was a big thing that happened in New York. So I was so, and we had seen what happened on news, but I didn't know, you know, what it was going to cause.
No one knew that
severity.
Yeah,
because Philly shut down. Like, nigga, they ain't nobody flying no planes to the fucking gallery. Are you nuts? They gonna fly plane to the gallery? I think, all right, slow down a little. But everybody was it was mass hysteria. And my dad, he got into war mode on my ass. That's when I knew it was weird. He was like, I remember what he said. He was like, if things go down, just don't let go of me. I'm like, nigga, what? What's the matter? We was in a parking garage. I'm like,
Terminator shit.
Parking garage about to blow the fuck up. Like, everybody thought it was in the world. It was wild. And then he couldn't get home for a little while because all the planes shut down and all that. Because he lives out in Arizona, but he had flew to Philly to meet me in Jersey to go school shopping. So yeah, I remember that whole day. It was wild. It was wild. I was 16. Yeah,
man. Yeah,
it was crazy.
I mean, in regards to like you talked about, hopefully every firefighter will like really love this movie. Like, what do you think is like the biggest message of this movie, The King of Staten Island?
The message the message is like new beginnings. Like, it's like, you know, facing your demons or the things that you can't forgive, and, you know, really, really trying to understand why you feel the way you feel, or you know, working on your depression or working on your anxiety or whatever. And Pete does it through confessing this is how he felt about his dad dying early in the game. So he had a lot of things that he needed to rewire. So it's like a pilgrimage in this kid's mind almost. It's like, oh, this dude is really dealing with some shit, and he has to deal with it. He has to do it himself in order to, you know, to jump this hurdle. Yeah. So you watch this kid's whole mental breakdown and why he feels the way he feels, and, you know, how he's trying to change, but it's so hard because he just can't let go of the past. And just, you know, I'm trying to let go of this part of my life, but I can't. So there's a lot of struggle trying to go forward. So him wanting a tattoo and then his mom dating a fireman, it's a lot of like, damn, some real shit. Like, you know, a kid in Staten Island or anywhere could be going through the same exact thing. It's not too far-fetched. It's like, shit, yeah, that life shit when you lose somebody, but you don't really grieve. So you got to grieve through life.
Strong, for other people.
Yeah. You don't really take the time to really try to get over it. So you strangely go through life. So, and then you gotta face it. And that's what he basically did in the movie. He faced what was bugging him.
Now, in your role, I know you say you had scenes with Pete, but did you work with any other New York comics or other actors?
Well, I knew a lot of the people, but our scenes was pretty much, so in my scene, I guess I worked with Pete. I worked with Lisa Traeger. She's very, very funny.
Yeah.
My boy that played Pedro, Jay, he was great. So no, but the comics that was on it, they had other scenes. Like, all my scenes were in the restaurant. So when you hit the restaurant, you know I'll be there. When you watch the movie and it gets to the restaurant, you know my parts are coming. And so it's going to ensue some really, really funny stuff. Ricky Velez was marvelous in that movie. Ricky was great. Keith Robinson made a cameo that was awesome. Mike Vecchione made a cameo that was awesome. So it's just like, yeah, that's a lot of comics really knocked it out the park on this one. They took Jessica Kirson was in it, did some funny shit. Okay. So it's just like, come on, man. Pete really was like, this got to be a funny movie, so I'm going to get funny people. Not funny actors. I'm going to get comics that know how to act a little bit.
now, speaking, you know, being the fact that you know Pete so well.
Yeah.
So like, how was the dynamic of seeing him, like the person that you know him to be, and then seeing him on set and actually going through something or acting in something that's so personal to him? How did you feel, being there for him as a friend and also as a actor. And then on top of that, just being just like watching him have to deal with, some real shit. He's
some meta shit that he was doing.
Yeah. Absolutely heroic, because the platform he picked to fix his problems was a movie. He said, fuck therapy. My therapy is universal. Universal and Judd Apatow. Judd, here's my problem. Let's make this into a classic. And it's like, wow. And to watch him be able to learn what he learned and act the way he was acting, I'm like, oh, this dude knew he was going to be in movies. He knew he was going to be on the screen. Like, Pete was built for entertainment. So when you see it, it was a very natural thing for him. Just how the cameras worked and everything. It was just like, oh, this is movies. Like the dude that was the director of photography was like, he worked on the
Paul Thomas Anderson, all that stuff. Yeah, he's dope.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, this is a movie for real. Oh, Steve Buscemi. I had the chance to sit and talk with him at a rap party. Cool as ice. Like, oh, this is the other side of Hollywood. Like, I know a few TV shows, but the movie realm is like completely different, and it's like dope.
Yeah.
Speaking about that, man, like, because I know you're in The Last OG, you've been on Will and Grace. Like, what was it like going from like sitcom TV to like a full feature film, man?
I was hyped. I was actually pretty hyped because I had enough camera training to not look in the screen. So it was like, does the direction change any? Is it like big? Like for the most part, it felt just like TV. It's like we had to do a lot of shots. We had to do a whole lot of do it over. Like the fight scene between me and Pete, we did that 13 times. We did 13 or 14 takes, and like all the way through. So it was like, okay. So I was sweating, carrying on. I was like, I like the physicality of this, but it's just like action and then cut. It's the same as, but you just like that. It's like, damn, this is a movie. This ain't a TV show. This ain't no series. Like, people got it. There's a character arc and everything that you got to build right now, nigga. You ain't got time to do it in a series. You got to be funny immediately. Yep. So it was actually, it made me just step up to the plate. Like, I was already down for the challenge because I was like thinking about movies back when I did that goofy show, Broke Ass Game Show. And that was reality. And I was like, oh, the way the cameras was on that and the way we had to roll with the cameras and run down the street and come up with shit on the fly. Like, I was like, all right, so yeah. And but what made it cool, fellas, I will say, Judd Apatow is a gem. He's a fucking gem.
He's a fucking gem.
He's a gem, that guy. You go, what? He just try it again. Do it this way. Try some comedy like this. Film this with that. Do some fun. It's like when you realize you're now trusted to be funny because you're funny, you be like, you get a little less nerves. You start trying to dance around, like remember when Apollo took Rocky back to the black gym
Yep.
to start dancing around. You can't train him like a color fighter, bro.
Yeah. Next thing you know, everybody's jumping in the water with the short shorts.
Yeah, but when I start figuring out the steps, I'm like, oh, this movie shit is good. I like movie stuff. Yeah, so. How
was it actually doing, stage combat and things like that? You're saying you hit the fight scene because that shit could be a lot.
Oh, there was a fight. There was a fight choreographer there. He taught me how to follow through with an execution, and I had to really learn to dance to the fight because I had two fight scenes. One made it to the movie, the other one didn't. But there was two fight scenes. I fought another employee, and me and him had to learn how to fake tussle. And then I had to throw an uppercut at the right time because he had to move. And then me and Pete, we had to do a dance around in order for the cameras to catch that we was actually dancing. And then, all right, Derek, you should be trying to wound up to do that punch right now. And the way I had to punch him had to go with the camera, and I had to make sure. It was wild. So I'm like, oh, fight choreography could get crazy too. So I was like, oh, this movie shit is dope. I was like, they really took their time because we really had to actually play fight and make it look real. So it was pretty good. And I had to come across, I had to slowly, had to learn how to come across your face without punching you to make it look like a punch. Like, it's just, it was that. Yeah.
Imagine those big budget action movies.
Yeah.
Holy shit, they gotta go through.
That's dance lessons. You gotta do this. You gotta learn how to do all that. You gotta do all that 1 and 2 and then do it again. Yeah. So
now, Derek, because of COVID, obviously you guys can have a traditional Hollywood premiere and stuff, but it sounds like you've seen the movie already.
Yeah, I saw it twice. I saw the rough cut, and I saw what they're gonna put out Friday. People gonna have a good time, man. Looking forward to it. I'm glad. I think it's Pete is the voice for this generation, so his generation is gonna definitely watch it. All them little, teeny bops, all the way down to the college kids, to the young 20-someths, to the 30-year-olds that like him, and down to the nasty 40, 50-year-old women that love him. They go to his show all the time. They be holding up his graduation picture from high school on their T-shirt, like. And that's when he was like young. When he was 16, these 50-year-old women be having young Pete Davidson on their titties. Like, people are gonna go see the movie for young Pete because he got it. Yeah. So I'm excited just because I know how much people are excited to see him do this kind of film. And Judd Apatow, that's 40-year-old version right there. So they was like, oh, this has got to be the collab of 2020. So it's gonna be. I'm just glad to be a part of it. So it's a good time. Yeah, because everybody did their thing.
Absolutely. Congrats on all that. I hope you get more continued success, especially in film, now that you realize how much you fucking love it. Let the people know how they can follow you, check out any shows you got going on, podcasts.
All right. Well, I'm on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I don't really care for it too much. But Instagram, The Great Boy, TheGreatBoy. And I'm still on that little funky show, The Last OG. We're in the 3rd season. Season finale is tonight, and I'm on that one. And basically, the last 2 episodes, episode 9 and this one coming up tonight, is how we introduced season 4. So I was happy that they entrusted me to come back to get Trey to go back to the halfway house, because season 1 and 2 was cool, but then season 3 took a weird left to try to be artsy. And then at the end of it, he winds up coming back to the halfway house. So I'm there to usher him in with my boy Joel, my boy Josh. Shout out to my boy D Watts. He couldn't make it because he was Ike Turner on Broadway. Like, he had a bigger job. But
I mean, you got to be the bitch. You got to be the bitch. You know,
you got to go.
He had to go be the bitch because he was Ike on Broadway. Like, Tina Turner was to play. He's Ike. Like, he was Ike. So I'm like, oh yeah, he got things to do. But no, man. Season finale of Last OG come on tonight. What else is fun? Last OG season 1 and 2 is on Netflix, and of course, King of Staten Island comes out Friday.
So, man, congrats! Thank you so much, Derek, for your time, man.
I appreciate the interview, fellas. So it was a good time talking to y'all. I'll see y'all soon. I'll be back in New York June 16th. I'll be back.
New clothes and everything.
Yeah. Tell everybody. Tell all the protesters. Tell all the rioters. The boy is coming back. All right.
Take care, bro.
All right. Hey, thank you, fellas. Talk to you.